All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, spreading the love here and doing it in real time for a few real people, just like you right there and just like me here. Yeah, so the story I'm going to cover. See, this is the kind of story that people apparently like. This is what they want to watch. I do a serious interview with a radio guy. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares about that stuff. But this story people are going to care about. Ozzy Osbourne is selling his DNA in liquid death cans for $450 each. By the way, doing what I do in real time for just a few real people. And don't forget Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, YouTube memberships, PJ Rock Super Chats. All right? Just don't forget about that if you can help out the channel. I mean, I think people would rather buy these DNA cans, Aussie DNA cans, rather than support this channel. And I understand. So he's selling his actual DNA in a bizarre way. So this comes from The Independent. And hat tip to my friend Mr. O, who sent me this. Drink company Liquid Death released its latest collaboration with the British songwriter. I don't think of Ozzy as a songwriter, but he is. He's written some amazing songs over the years. He's 76. They make sure that they tell you he's 76, which is a limited run of empty iced tea cans. Okay. That's kind of weird. However, these cans are special because they contain traces of Osbourne's actual DNA. Now, did they test these cans to make sure they have the DNA? Just curious, because if you're going to pay $450 for a can of Ozzy's DNA, you want to make sure, I mean, it should be certified Ozzy DNA. In the release titled Infinitely Recyclable Ozzy, Liquid Death offers 10 cans of its low-calorie iced tea that Osbourne drank and crushed himself. Wow. So it's homemade Ozzy Osbourne tea, which apparently is the same as drinking Liquid Death. In the process, he left behind trace DNA from his saliva. So you get some Aussie spit here. You can now own this. He even hand signed each packaging label. The description of the product reads, yeah, so there you go. Liquid Death also quipped that when technology and federal law permits, now wait for this, fans could use these cans with Osbourne's DNA to replicate him and enjoy him for hundreds of years into the future. Oh, man. The fringe is here, folks. It's here. Each of the cans is stored in a lab quality container signed by Osbourne. So you're getting some signatures and you're getting some spit from Ozzy. The samples of his DNA were collected on May 20th, 2025. Is this certifiable somehow? Again, we need a test. The 10 cans were put on the market for $450 each. However, to no surprise, they're already sold out. Dang it. And you know what, folks? I mean, maybe Ozzy should do California wildfire relief. Maybe he should do that, where he's selling cans of his DNA or whatever. Maybe wonder how much he could get for urine. Just thinking. Maybe he could get a lot for Aussie P. Call it Aussie P. OP. What's down with OP? Sorry. Osbourne previously collaborated with Liquid Death, so this is an ongoing collaboration back in June of 2024 for the company's product Death Dust, an electrolyte drink mix that comes in 3 flavors. The commercial started with 2 teenagers pouring a pack of the drink mix into the cup before Osbourne pulled up in an SUV. Hey kids, Death Dust? Take it from me. Don't snort that stuff, he said. seemingly referring to his past cocaine and drug use. Osborne sold his DNA only weeks after actor Sydney Sweeney made headlines for selling soap infused with her own bathwater. Oh dear. This has got to be a Sharon thing. Sharon is a smart businesswoman. She's got to be all over this. The 5,000 bars of Sweeney's soap that were made sold out in seconds. Folks, it's a slow day in the world of classic rock. I'm just putting it out there in the midst of this amazing video here. However, the soap was later put on the reseller sites. Now get this, like eBay, with people selling it anywhere from $100 to $200 per bar. When it was released by Sweeney's brand, the soap was only $8 per bar. You know, I go to Dollar Tree and I get like 3 bars of soap for $1.50. This is not Dollar Tree anymore. It's a $1.50 tree or a $1.25 tree. Just putting it out there. I don't know whose water is in the soap, but anyway, $200 per bar. Meanwhile, Osborne is set to return to the stage with his band, Black Sabbath. The band is holding their final show, Back to the Beginning, on July 5th at Villa Park in Birmingham. I'm sure I'll have people telling me, Ozzy was amazing. He was just like he was back in 1970. I'm so glad that they're back together again. All 4 of the original band members will be performing, including Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward. This also marks Osborne's first full performance. I don't think he's going to be performing in full. I think he's just going to show up there. Anyway, the lineup includes Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, and it goes on. The Independent is the world's most free-thinking news brand, providing global news, commentary, and analysis for independently minded people. Well, it just says for the independently minded. So this is definitely independent from reality. There you have it, folks. Cutting-edge information from my channel. You can always tell when it's a slow news day. By the way, if you have a chance, check out my interview with radio guy Bill Spry. If you want to listen to a great radio station, I'll put a link to that radio station in the description of this pathetic video so you can check it out. Class X Radio, just an amazing radio station playing all the music that other people refuse to touch. And it's just, I had a great time with Bill yesterday, just hanging out and shooting the radio bleep. And we just were commiserating like 2 old guys, just, you know, on the front lawn, enjoying what we used to have. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I apologize for this video. Sorry, I can't sell you a can of liquid death that I left over. I don't think anybody would pay any money for that, for the saliva. But I'm thinking for Ozzy, urine is gotta be next. I mean, come on, Sharon, get with it.